Today is Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022, and just a really quick message before I start the show today. It's not going to take too long, I promise.
Rest in peace, Mac Miller!
So sick and tired of acting like I'm not awesome. My ex somewhere listening like
I told y'all.
he is such a narcissist. Wish that he did not exist. Well, guess what, baby? Got a quick fix. Cut it off. Feel the bliss. Let it go. The rest of y'all who really love me, enjoy the show. And that's the mood all 2022. If you know you're gonna hate what you consume, well, avoid it. Derapy. Season 3 of Derapy. Season 3 of Derapy. Season 3 of Derapy. I've been meaning to talk about this for a little bit now, and I don't mean to bury the lead because it's really not a big deal at all. I just wanted it to be documented somewhere, and I do have a podcast. So last night, my fiance and I were watching terrible TV, as we are prone to do. MTV's Are You the One? Why am I doing free promo for a bad show? I don't know, man. But the point of the show is basically finding your quote-unquote perfect match.
Welcome to Maui and the most ambitious matchmaking experiment ever attempted.
They put 10 men and 10 women together in this resort in Hawaii and let them fight over each other. A lot of them are considered like hot by modern day societal standards or whatever. So it's really fun to see some of them deal with rejection because it's a very unfamiliar feeling to them.
My heart is telling me, Julia,
she's just gonna crush you.
It's really fun to watch quote unquote hot people cope with the idea that somebody might not like them. So I'm not really here to talk about the show today too much. Last night, however, we watched an episode where a bunch of their exes came in, and of course it was kind of absurd. I mean, for obvious reasons. But the most phenomenal thing to me was just like how different every interaction was, because some exes were like,
"Hey, what's up? You look great. How you been? This is a cool place you guys are staying at."
And then others show up like immediately ready to fight whoever their ex is now matched with or trying to date on the show.
I was pretty sure she was gonna hook up with somebody. Mm-hmm. All right, so I was gonna clock that kid. All right.
No, I don't appreciate you saying that you're gonna like clock me, you know.
No, I won't.
That's offensive. Obviously, Samantha's ex is still hung up on her. If Samantha's ex-boyfriend doesn't tone down his attitude, I have no problem escorting his ass out into the porta potty and putting his head right in there.
David, I don't like you. You could chase her. She won't respond to it.
Others show up and they're like very much ready to get back with their ex.
I want to be with you. You definitely changed my life. You made me a better person, like literally.
You already know. Like, I just feel like nobody can compare to you.
So what does any of this have to do with me?
Seriously, any day now.
So not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I came in contact with not one, but two of my exes. That's just the trade-off of visiting home. Like a lot. I've literally never gone home and not seen people I either don't want to see or don't expect to see. So I'm doing DoorDash,
Little side hustle ting.
Just to kill time / make a living in between seeing my friends and family and such. And I pick up an order for a name that I recognize. And I get the first name and the last initial. And I'm thinking, surely that's not... Yeah, I pull up and it's her. And it's so...
What? What is it?
Normal. I guess that's because we ended on good terms. But I mean, how bad could the terms end on when you break up with somebody and they're just a teenager? Right? Right?
no.
Not so fun, but rather a funny fact. I dated two girls back to back when I was a junior in high school. And after the second one broke up with me, they actually ended up dating each other.
What?
Insert joke about me being so bad with girls in high school that I drove them towards a lesbian relationship.
Try.
Anyways, seeing one and having a short and awkward but cordial exchange made me think of the other. So I message her on Facebook. And I say, "Hey, ex-girl from high school. I saw ex-girl from high school, and that is also your ex-girl from high school." And once again, it's like...
What? What is it?
Incredibly normal. So we talk about her current relationship, we talk about my current relationship, and it's all like buddy well wishes, which is dope because, you'd like to believe that adults can talk to each other, even though like they might have touched each other like 7, 8, 10 years ago or whatever, and it's really not going to be that big of a deal. But it's just nice to catch up with people, and I think you should be allowed to catch up with people, and it should just be like normal. Like there's this girl that I used to talk to when I was in college. I thought I was going to have a relationship with her, but then we didn't. And now we talk like
Tread lightly.
once a year. I'm like, hey, I see you're still alive. And she's like, yeah, I see you're still breathing too. And that's it. And I think that's like not weird. And I don't think it should be. None of this really hit me until I was watching Are You the One last night. How lucky am I that most of the people I used to have relationships with, official or unofficial, are happy to see me happy and are not preying on my downfall. I think that's like a net positive, like it's a good thing. So I've lost friends or cut ties with them in the past, and I used to hold grudges. Like I used to be like, oh, how could they do this to me? How could they treat me this way? I expected better of them, blah, 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 blah. And then I realized that I was just being a hater. Like it doesn't really matter. You shouldn't really let anybody have power over you, especially like since you never see them and you never talk to them. You shouldn't let that stuff fester or grow inside you, or sour you or whatever. You especially shouldn't keep it in for like years and then pull up to Hawaii on MTV's Are You the One and get drunk and cause an absolute scene. But
Yo, just get away from me. For real. Actually, I don't know why you're here. Yeah. You can download it. Oh, because like, dude, you're not even like here for. Who is this kid? Yo, chill.
I just wanted to share that with somebody somewhere. I just wanted this to be documented that like I know there are people that I used to have relationships with. Most of them ended fine. 1 or 2 didn't, but it's not on site if I run into the X or 2 where it didn't end cool. Life is too long and there are too many people in the universe to still be pressed about it. So, it just is what it is. Live and let live. But I just think like generally speaking, friends, old relationships, people that used to be in your life that aren't anymore, like, just be cool because everybody out here is trying their best to live their best life. And, we don't need like real life antagonists. This isn't MTV. Before I leave you all today, I want to share some ridiculous stories that I found. I want to share with you some ridiculous stories that I found on the good old interweb of people talking about very awkward or terrible relationships that they had and some of the most ridiculous stories from those relationships, and then I will let you go.
Buckle up, this first one's really weird.
My fiance and I have lived together for about 5 years. We met 7 years ago and have been dating for the past 6. Tonight we were drinking wine and got into an argument about how I felt disrespected when he made a joke about me at the bar. He kept belittling me and telling me to take a joke better and not be so sensitive. This escalated. I was yelling at him, he was yelling at me, then all of a sudden he pulled out his penis and began peeing on me. I tried to run away, but he wouldn't stop. He got on my face, my shirt, my back. He continued to yell at me. I just left his house. We don't fight often, so I'm not exactly sure how to proceed. I just spent a decent chunk of money on a hotel room for tonight.
Every time I think I've heard it all. Okay, this is like very weird because my fiance and I have been together for almost 5 years now, and it's hard to imagine a scenario like, I don't know. You ever been so mad that you even thought about peeing on someone? Where does that scale as far as like disrespect, Like if I spit on my fiance, like that's horrible, right? Like couldn't imagine. Unacceptable. Like everyone she loves would want to fight me. But like pee, it's a hard thing to even tell people. I'd have a hard time believing that people would even believe it. Like urine? How do you even talk about that? I don't know, man. I'd hate to be the one that had to deal with this. How do you reconcile that? Like, how do you make up for that? Flowers? I don't know. I'll have to ask Spice. That's wild.
But wait, there's more.
My ex and I once got into an argument because he insisted that everyone gets their period at the end of the month. And I told him that's not true. And he said, "See, this is why I can't talk about feminism with you."
All right, I'm stuck between 2 quotes here because I was trying to find a quote that said something like, if you see a dumb person and a smart person yelling at each other, arguing about something from a distance, then you can't tell which one is which. But I think this even better quote is, and they're saying that Bill Murray said it, but I don't know. I'm gonna share it with you anyways. It says, it's hard to win an argument with a smart person, but it's damn near impossible to win an argument with a stupid person. So that's wild. Surely he was joking. He had to be joking. We just got to stop doing this, like, with people in general. Like, as a society, we need to make this a rule. Like, I'm not going to argue with somebody that works at Zaxby's about, like, what comes on their chicken sandwiches. People shouldn't question me about the responsibilities and the job description of a Lyft driver, and we shouldn't be trying to press women on like when and how their periods come. Like, I think they get it, you know?
This one is wicked. Why would you leave them with this?
So a while back, I dated a guy I knew since we were kids. We lost touch for years, and when we got in contact again, hit it off. Things are great for the first few months when we both could see a future together. What's next wasn't what caused me to end it, but it was on the list and still makes me cringe. So one day after working a long shift, I drive over to his house, go inside the living room. I had my own keys. He looked at me and looks at my boobs. He smirks at me and lets out this toddler-like happy noise. My God, kids who are babies and toddlers make this sound. This was followed by him walking like Frankenstein with his arms out towards me with his hands making a grabbing motion, starts making sucking noises, followed by him saying in baby talk, "Mama, mama, milky." Then continued the sucking noises. I'm backing up away from him towards the kitchen in pure confusion and horror while this 30-year-old man is acting like a baby who just learned to walk. Once he saw me backing up in my face, I kid you not, this grown man throws himself to the floor, screaming and wailing his arms and legs in a total tantrum. I walked out the back door. He did this so often after that, it was crazy. He tried it once when we were in bed one night. I got dressed and went to drive home. He begged me to stay. I agreed if he'd stop. Lasted a week and a half before the baby talk came back. "Mama, mama, milky." Even now, this is all I can think of when I think of him and how it grosses me and creeps me out and still makes me cringe to this day.
Okay, so yeah, I've had some not great experiences with exes, and everyone has their vices and kinks or whatever, but I've never dealt with anything like that. Never been peed on. Never had a woman try and tell me how my body works. Just remember, it's all relative. It could always be weirder. It could always be worse. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. To my exes, if you ever end up on MTV's Are You the One, I'll gladly come out and not ruin your day. If you made it this far, love you, mean it. Subscribe to my YouTube. I post every day. Oh, and listen to me rap. I'ma keep it running for us. Run this town, you just a tourist. Borough where I reside, but I decided I may do more. I was watching Wheezy in a hotel room just spitting rhymes, and damn, it just occurred to me that I can't really make excuses. I thought it'd be easy. I was in my room in summertime, and thank God it occurred to me that I probably need more practice. Staying humble, stay off Bumble. Already got my queen. Derapy the regime. Swear I'm living the dream. Y'all are sleepy tucked in. Only worth $1.10, but by the end of my stint, you'll remember Buxton. Damn. And I'm never finished, do this shit till I die. Ready for the prime time, ready for the high life, ready to make highlights. Don't waste my time, cooler than the Sonic ice. Haters get bubonic die. Rest will witness my rise. I'm shining like a skylight. I'm way too scared to skydive, but I'ma have a fine wife, and I'ma keep on cooking with the rare spices. Bitch, I am the bomb. They like, oh my God, where's ISIS? Huh? Dude, chill, I'm playing like an Xbox, but that doesn't mean that you can play with me. Kick rocks. Okay, be real. I just picked up rapping like a hobby, like for fun or something. Then it really hit me that I might just be the one or some. Hotter than the sun or some. Pick this up like hookers, but ironically, I got no hooks and never read a book up on it. Dude, it tastes so naturally. Derek B, it had to be. Working on a masterpiece. Way harder than masterpiece.